So I read chapter 25, right? And what I find interesting about it is the way Moegi got saved. It seemed a lot easier than it should have been. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but what it's making me sit there and think is I don't think Sasuke's gonna be out for as long as we think he is. Hidari got smoked, and him and Sarada are definitely gonna spin the block again and rerun that fade, but this time I feel like it'll definitely be like a 1v1, almost like a Chidori and Chidori clash. Now whether he comes back with a power-up, who knows? I guess we'll find out with time, but he'll definitely be in that battle or that final battle versus Jura. But I low-key think that Sasuke will be back in that final war against Jura. Now, whether Naruto will be there with him, I think it's a little bit more complicated to get a hold of Naruto as it is for Sasuke. In order to get Naruto, you're gonna have to go through Kawaki. Now, Boruto definitely can, but he's trying to resolve the issue as opposed to just stop a problem from being a problem, because he doesn't want the problem to continue being a problem. He actually wants to resolve it, which tends to take a little longer than usual. But I don't think Sasuke's gonna be out for much longer. After the return of Moegi, I finally realized how insensitive I am, because despite her being back, I genuinely do not care. But it definitely did make me sit there and think the process in bringing people back isn't as complex as I thought it would. I kind of thought that you need a thorn bulb and I don't know, a couple cheat codes, almost like San Andreas in the PS2 era. Left, right, up, down, L2, R2, R1, R2, triangle, triangle, square, square, pause. Ugh, it was a headache. But I mean, anybody from that gen, you know what it is. Now, in regards to bringing people back, Naruto and Hinata are definitely the most complicated to bring back just because of the fact that Kawaki is the one holding them. Now, would I say hostage? No. Would I say he's keeping them safe? Yes, in the extreme sense. I would put it there. Konohamaru was the one who did the honors in bringing Moegi back, and despite having all the cheat codes in life, he's the only one who can have all those cheat codes and still end up broke. And there are no tricks, no gimmicks. You just have to get the thorn bulb and stick it in the tree. That's it. Side effect wise, they really just lack in all the vitamins. A, B, C, and especially for Moegi, that hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join the notification gang. This week I had a bit more time on my hands, so I'm able to pump out more content. Yes, I know there's a bigger waiting period between videos, but I am in school, so you know, school gotta take priority because YouTube ain't paying me nothing. I think I'm about to make my first $100 on YouTube, but be nice if it's 100,000. Huh, one day. Sasuke's return is one thing we'll have to continue to speculate about until it actually happens. So over the time skip, Sasuke and Boruto spent their time training, and Boruto's gotten to the point where he's learned all the jutsu he can learn from Sasuke, all the jutsu he can learn from Kashi and Koji, and then all the jutsu he's going to inevitably learn later down in time. So it makes me sit there and think, how powerful is this kid? Definitely the strongest in the Boruto verse. It's even funny because I think Kawaki asked Boruto a question and Boruto basically responded with something along the lines of, my master gave me a power that doesn't waver, aka translation, cause I'm like that. I think as of right now, Sasuke is more relevant to the story than Naruto, and the only reason why I say that is that Sasuke is Boruto's master. I think if there's anybody who needs to see him grow, it would be Sasuke. That's one. Two, it's easier to get Sasuke back than it is to get Naruto back, which is why I think that Sasuke will be back first, then they'll go after Naruto. But I think Naruto will only come back at the end of the story or just before Boruto and Kawaki have their final confrontation. So I think Sasuke needs to be the one to tell Boruto that, yo, go get your brother back the same way that Naruto got me back. And I think that'll definitely prompt Boruto more to fight Kawaki. And I mean, I think Boruto's more than smart enough to know where this is gonna end up. So my man stays locked in. He's ready. Sasuke needs to see Boruto's growth compared to where he was before in the time skip and before the time skip to where he is at that subsequent point. Because yes, he will get the power up from Momoshiki, but I feel like he'll definitely get another power up because I think the karma power up from Momoshiki won't be enough to take out Jura. Now, we don't essentially know how strong Momoshiki is, especially utilizing Boruto's body now, because Boruto in base was able to hold his own. I mean, he was still getting whooped, but let's just say if it was anybody else like Kawaki, oh nah, it would have been game over. Yeah, it would have been game over. Konohamaru didn't stand a chance. He would have died immediately, but that's just me. In addition to that too, Sarada and Sasuke need to actually reunite. They need to have a conversation, and you know, Sarada needs to get all her emotions out along with Sakura, and they need to be at least a bit of a happy family before Naruto comes back into the fold. But now, if Sasuke was to come back before the final war, would he even stand a chance at this point? We need to talk about that. Now, when we look at power scaling, Boruto's the strongest as of right now. Kawaki's, he's there, but at the same time, we don't know how strong Boruto is. He's definitely not close to Jura, but in terms of, but I would say he's in a league of his own. Now, where does Sasuke come in? And if he was to sit there and fight in the final war, who would he actually fight? Because as far as I'm concerned, he's not stronger than Code. He fought Code one-on-one to help Boruto escape, and I mean, he got sealed away. But this also opens a bigger question. Will Sasuke come back stronger? He could, but then he might not. And also, now that he's lost his Rinnegan, what abilities does he have left? He should still have his Susanoo because he does have his Sharingan, but does he have that final endgame Susanoo that he had towards the end of Shippuden? That's another question. I think there'll be a final lesson that Sasuke will teach Boruto, and I don't think it'll be a matter of training or a strength lesson, but more something with the soul and with the heart as a way to reconnect with somebody. Just in the same way that Naruto connected with him at the end of the war. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of factors to kind of consider in this one. But yeah, either way, I just figured I'd share my extra thoughts with that. But yes, what did you think of last chapter? What do you think is actually going to happen in the next chapter? What did you think of the chapter? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Where do you think the story's going next? Either way, like, comment, subscribe, and I'ma holla at y'all later, man. Peace!